All right, this is season 1, episode 5, The Host. Robert, are you a host for a Kandarian demon?
Oh, I hope not.
Are you going to be dead by dawn? Remember Dead by Dawn?
I mean, you do have my permission to chop him. I can roll with it.
Excellent. I will keep that in mind. All right. I can't seem to hit the right button here. In 3, 2, 1, go. No, it really does feel like this is kind of the slump of the show, but we have to get through it because important stuff happens here. And
Yeah.
then we're back in full gear after this.
And again, it's a TV show. We're getting some of these tropes out of the way early. You got to mix it up. We're not doing the same thing every episode, which is nice.
I think it's more standout because this is the biggest like genre trope that they do.
Hmm.
The other stuff they
I
do
also
is more
do,
just like horror movie references.
yeah. And I think on first viewing, this has more attention to it. And it also probably feels like, oh, we're dragging this out because this is a main character and she's possessed and might not make it. So of course we're spending multiple episodes on this. Like there is real tension here where you don't know if she's gonna survive this season or
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Call me cynical. I never once thought she was in danger of actually dying.
not.
But then season 3 proves me wrong, so I don't know.
Well, and again, it's consistent with the original trilogy where if you're a main character, you get plot armor. We've always done that. And like I said, I appreciate that the show is always moving. We are always going to new places, meeting new characters. It does help each individual episode stand out. But I also agree with you that this also feels like just a full Evil Dead 4, just, stretched out. Like, if you stretched out, Evil Dead 2 into a series like this, you would have more time to explore Annie and the rest of the Nobies and, like, that stuff a lot more
Mm.
than that movie has time for.
You feel like fire from the waist down. What?
That's his concern. Yeah, like I said, it's just funny. Ash is a character who always needs to be on the back foot. He always needs to be getting fucked with and the underdog.
Mhm. Dana De, Dana De Lorenzo is doing since I still got this pulled up.
And like I said, she is having a lot of fun in this episode. She's really entertaining as possessed Kelly. Though this does kind of cement the formula of Ash, Pablo, and Kelly meet a fellow acquaintance who then dies, and then they
Yeah.
move on to somewhere else.
Oh shit! She was on this show called Perpetual Grace, I kind of want to watch this now. It was an epic show. Um,
Oh.
Listen to this cast. The main cast: Ben Kingsley. Uh, okay, I guess that's the only. Okay, sorry. No, that's the only main character. But listen to this reoccurring
Funny.
cast: Terry O'Quinn, Kurtwood Smith, Dana DiLorenzo.
Yeah. No, those are some fun character actors.
Oh, she was on that reboot of that revival of Will and Grace.
Were both of those after Ash versus Evil Dead?
Yeah.
That's cool. Glad she's
Well,
working.
Will and Grace was the same year that show was ended, so probably around the same time. It looks like she's mostly just like in random episodes of stuff.
She should have a bigger career. She's awesome.
Yeah.
And like you said before, having Pablo and Kelly in that game was a big deal, and that they got them back to do the voices. It was a way of getting a little more show.
Yeah.
And I know you said before that your ideal Evil Dead game would be like a first-person Doom type game. Would you be fine if we had a new main character, or does it have to be Ash for you to be interested?
I guess it doesn't have to be, but it would take my excitement from like here to maybe like here.
What if he showed up as like a side character during the game, and then you got like DLC or something where you played as Ash? Would that be like a fair
Like
compromise?
in the middle, slightly more excited.
Like if we went like more like the Alien Isolation route, where it's a new main
Mm.
character, it's a new story, but if you could still work in Ash and then
Oh
as
shit!
DLC or something.
The guy that plays Pablo is in 2 episodes of Dexter.
Oh, cool. Oh, is it good Dexter or bad Dexter?
I'm gonna find out. It just lists his character name. It doesn't say what episodes. Oh my god, he is unrecognizable.
Oh, that's funny.
I guess I'm just really used to him with the hair and the mustache. That is him in Dexter.
Oh, that's funny. That's great.
Oh, he was a pimp.
That's awesome. It's in this universe that's you wanted closure for Pablo. There you go. That's what happened to him. This and Dexter, it's
Um,
all the same universe.
so that is during the good stuff because that is season 3, and then
Oh,
he's
cool.
apparently skinned alive.
Oh, that's
Rip.
bad. I do think he plays the scene really well, where he's like, I know there's something wrong. I don't trust this. I'm looking for an excuse to go, but damn it. And her smoking with the boomstick is really funny. Using the boomstick as a pipe is something I never thought I'd see in the Evil Dead property, and I'm really glad we did.
No, it's interesting just in general how much more drug use is in the show than the movies.
Oh, totally. Yeah, and that's the important thing to remember, that in classic Evil Dead fashion, this is not an R-rated show. This is an unrated show. They didn't have any restrictions.
I do really wonder what he thinks about this show because like he came back for the game, but he is not as outspoken about this role as Dana is.
Dana, that's true. maybe he's just moved on, you know,
Yeah.
to things in his life. You know, he did promote it pretty hard at the time, and if you've never listened to them, you really should. The commentaries on the show are wonderful.
There's
They're very
commentaries.
informative. Yeah, on like every episode. That's
So
another good
I own
reason
the
to own
I
this.
own the Blu-rays, but I've never actually watched them. I've always watched it digitally.
I wonder if those are on just the Blu-rays. I don't know if they're on the digital copies.
I think digital copies usually come with
Well, that's amazing.
commentaries.
Yeah, well, that's an excuse for you to put the discs in because these commentaries are really good. No, the commentary for the first episode is Sam Raimi, Ivan Raimi, Rob Tappert, and Bruce Campbell.
Oh.
And then for the rest of the episodes, it's usually like Bruce Campbell, Dano De Lorenzo, Ray Santiago, and Lucy Loss is on some of them.
Dana
So
De
it's
Lore-
usually Campbell,
Wait,
Dana De Lorenzo. Did I fuck that up?
Dana De Lorenzo.
Okay.
I think you
It's like,
combined
wait,
her name with Dino De
De
Laurentiis.
Laurentiis, they're too similar.
It's just like, wait a
But yeah,
minute, what?
yeah, it's usually like the cast who does most of those commentaries, and they're really fun to listen to. That's the thing that's part of the rewatchability of the show for me is like I've gone through the whole show and I've gone through the whole show with the commentaries. So each season I've watched at least twice, but season one it's been many times.
I don't watch a lot of commentaries. I would watch that.
Oh yeah, any time you got an Evil Dead commentary with Campbell involved, it's a good listen. I love how whenever Ash shoots a hole in his trailer, his solution's always duct tape.
This was a map in the game too,
That's true.
or this was part of a map in the game.
Mhm. And to their credit, you know, I get not being a fan of this trope of, oh, they think this person's not themselves, but it's actually this person not themselves. We wrapped that up 10 minutes in.
We do. I have Smallville PTSD. Okay.
Right. And with Smallville, that's a 45-minute episode, and they do it many times.
I love how clearly like Ash is dyeing his hair because Bruce Campbell is dyeing his hair.
It's perfect. It's the character. The scene's so gross.
So, do you have any commentary highlights for this episode?
Uh yeah, it's all right. I don't know if I have any highlights. I'm with you. This is probably my least favorite episode of the season, but there's still fun moments. I also appreciate that with that demon in episode 3, at least that's not the only episode you get with it. I do like that it sticks around for a bit, and it's like, oh no, this thing is way more of a pain in the ass to deal with.
No, like I kind of wish this was a reoccurring villain that just popped up sometimes.
Mhm. This seems gross.
And then Chucky in its second season will also have an exorcism scene.
Oh, cool.
That
I
scene
still need to
it's
watch
really
that.
funny. No, that show kind of made me a fan of Devon Sawa.
Oh, I like Devon Sawa. He's
Yeah,
really good there.
he's in I think he's in both seasons that I've seen. Um, I don't know if he comes back for three, but in one, he I think he's the abusive dad,
Yes.
and then in 2 he plays a priest.
They've done that's happened a few times in the Chucky franchise. There's a lot of people that Don Mancini just brings back and has a different character. It's fine. I mean, he also had, of course, Jennifer Tilly as Tiffany Valentine, and then brings her back as just Jennifer Tilly in the next movie.
Yeah, and that they don't forget that. I guess small spoilers,
Right.
but
Hello, Adam March.
yo, what's up, Adam March? Are you doing the whole season tonight? Yes, we are.
Yep, we are almost halfway done. Like I said, I'm just torn because this subplot does feel a little dragged out, but I also appreciate that it's like, no, this demon's still a problem. This is not. There's not an easy solution for this. These characters are kind of fucked for the moment.
Yeah,
It just feels like though, if you were to cut the season down to like a traditional movie length, this is the first thing you'd cut. Like this
yeah,
is the first subplot you could do without. But I still think it's fine.
yeah. The trouble with that is this is also like Pablo's episode, so you don't want to cut that because like it's growth for him.
Right.
The other problem is this is going to start with an issue with Pablo. Is by the time we get to see the end of season 2, I don't understand what's happening with him.
Yep. He's other Hefe, I think.
He
Because he's also magic.
somehow the book. I don't know.
It's Evil Dead. I've never cared that much about the lore.
That's yeah. But the problem is that this show wants you to care at least somewhat.
Mm.
But then make it incomprehensible. I like this moment though, like he can't do it.
Right.
And then the
And
demon
it's
fucks up. Kelly's Jewish. Payoff to that scene from the earlier episode. Robert,
it's
we
a
call
good
that
payoff.
payoff and setup and payoff. I don't know if you knew that.
Yes, sir. It's
Hey.
also good character development for Ash because that tells us, oh, he pays attention. He actually cares about these people and remembers these details. As much of an asshole as he is, he does care about them.
That's why I love Ash is like he's kind of that perfect like gray area character.
And like you said, this is important development for Pablo, you know, because he's not just gonna give up on Kelly.
Hmm.
Also, kind of an Exorcist callback, with him saying trying to get the demon to come out of her and
No,
into
this is
him.
clearly like their exorcist episode.
Hmm.
Which is funny because they don't do anything else like this until season 2. Which is a lot of different horror movie tribute episodes.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
It's just really funny that this was supposed to be the baby demon.
Shoot it now?
Yeah, again, now we're playing the game. Don't waste your ammo. Oh no.
That
Yeah, it's
was
just flesh wound.
that was rough. Him spinning like that.
Yeah. I do like the running joke, the shoot first, think never.
I love how this is basically an anime arc. The protagonist has to learn to trust their senses.
That's a good Army of Darkness callback where he throws the boomstick for no reason just to catch it. I do like that kill. It's a good
I
one.
like the kill. I didn't love that like CGI goop.
That show does that a lot. This show does that a lot, where you get a really bad CGI goop shot, and then you see the real goop
But I
getting
like that it
sprayed on the
continues that
actors. It
Evil
looks
Dead
much better.
tradition of things will just have different colored blood. Fuck
Yes.
it.
Yeah. Now they have green paint all over them because we need variety.
And I like that it starts in Evil Dead 2 because they're trying to avoid that like X rating.
Yep.
Even though it didn't work, and then like, we're stuck with it now.
Yeah. It's part of the aesthetic.
It's creative. I'd like to see more stuff play around with it. Robert, are you sad that this side character that you knew for like a total of 5 minutes is dead?
I guess. Again, it's important for Pablo. You know, we need to spend some time with him. And also, this is the first time somebody Pablo cares about's died because like Kelly has lost her parents.
No, I mean
You
I
know, the
joke. Like I do think this is an important moment, and I did like the Brujo.
Brujo.
How's it going, Anna March?
I feel like some of the early images we saw from the show were from this episode. Just them on this in this location and these costumes.
That's possible. The only thing I remember right off the top of my head is just that initial trailer because like you got into did you get into the franchise before the show came out or this show already?
Yes. Yeah, it was before the show. I was
Okay,
very hyped for this. I think that first I
this
think it was a Comic-Con trailer.
it
I think that's where
was.
it premiered.
This was just like, oh my god, like it's happening.
It was very exciting. Yeah, it's like 2011, 2012 ish when I first get in the franchise. And then the remake comes out, and I'm very excited for that. And then this show is just announced out of nowhere, and I'm like, holy shit, we're gonna get more Bruce Campbell as Ash.
It's happening.
And now Pablo has the medallion from the game.
He's gonna
That's
make
all I
more
see
for
now.
us. And then I was reminded why I hate the television medium. I just like I can't start new shows that are going because I don't trust them.
Yep.
Because in theory, I like TV shows more than movies because I care more about like scripts and characters and writing than I do like how fancy can a director move a camera around an area.
And I still need to watch it, but at least we know with like Arcane season 2, it's like they knew, look, this is taking forever and it's really expensive. So I think they knew ahead of time that season 2 was going to be their final season. So at least I know that
It's
that's going
funny
to
you
have an
mentioned
ending.
that because I've been watching Arcane, and it's really good.
It is.
Oh, you've watched it?
I've seen season 1. I still need to watch season 2, but season 1's amazing.
Yeah, I'm really liking it so far. They you the moment that you set up like sisters turned enemies, I am hooked. That is one of my favorite tropes where people who love each other end up on different
And
sides.
that is one of the best examples I've seen of that trope.
I gotta finish it. You know who voices the two leads, right?
Yeah, it's Haley Steinfeld and what's her name? Ella, is it
Or
Ella
no?
Purnell or something? I'm not familiar with her. I guess she's in Fallout, right? That's like the other thing
She's
she's
in
known for now.
no. Well, so she's in that. She's in that Yellow Jacket show that was really popular.
Okay,
Uh,
and I still haven't seen Yellow Jackets.
it's okay. it has that thing where it has a really cool premise where it's this girls volleyball team and they crash on an island. What happens next? But then it also has it has the second plot, which is they're back as adults. So it has to split the focus. And I don't care about the adult section. I want to see
Oh,
them
so
on
it's
the
like it for
island.
you.
Yeah. Uh oh, she was in Army of the Dead if you watched that.
Yeah, I've seen it. I
I
forgot
don't
she was
remember who she is in that, but
in it. She's probably Batista's daughter.
oh, she was in Kick-Ass too.
I've never seen Kick-Ass 2. I've heard not good things.
I am the only person on the planet that kind of likes that movie.
I haven't seen it.
I just when you set up that your villain's name is the motherfucker, I'm in. But that is season 1, episode 5. If you're watching this live, keep on. We'll be moving on episode 6 here shortly. If you're watching this after the fact, thank you so much for watching. Please consider hitting the subscribe button. We'll see you guys next time.